What you're about to hear might shock you, because some of the healthiest snacks you trust every day could be silently damaging your body. If you're over 60, what you snack on could be silently shaping your future health, and not in the way you think. What if I told you that some of the very nuts people consider healthy might actually increase your risk of heart disease by nearly 48%? And as you age, that risk doesn't just stay the same, it climbs even higher. This isn't guesswork or hype, it's backed by real science. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology suggests that certain nuts can trigger inflammation, elevate blood pressure, and even impact memory over time. But here's where it gets truly unsettling. Some of the most popular everyday nuts, ones you probably eat without a second thought, could be the biggest offenders. And one in particular, often praised in low-carb diets, contains a compound that may slowly harm your liver, kidneys, and even your brain. The most shocking part? There's a high chance it's already sitting in your kitchen right now. But here's the good news. I am Dr. Richard Ben. This video will guide you through everything. I'll share 4 nuts seniors should eat often to protect the heart, brain, and bones. And I'll also reveal 4 kinds of nuts that may secretly be working against your health, even if you think they're safe. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal the #1 nut you should never eat. It's not one people usually talk about, but it can interfere with your medications and even affect your appetite. 4. Almonds. As we age, keeping our bones strong becomes more important than ever. That's where almonds really shine. These small, crunchy nuts are full of calcium and vitamin E2 nutrients that play a big role in keeping bones sturdy. Just 1 cup of almonds has about 97 milligrams of calcium. It may not sound like much, but it's enough to help slow the bone loss that speeds up after age 65. And since fractures can seriously affect independence at that stage of life, protecting bone strength is critical. But almonds aren't just about calcium. They're also rich in magnesium, a mineral many older adults don't get enough of. Magnesium helps move calcium into the bones where it belongs and keeps it out of the arteries where it can build up and trigger heart problems. For seniors, keeping calcium in the right place makes all the difference. Almonds also provide healthy monounsaturated fats, the same type found in olive oil. These fats lower LDL, or bad cholesterol, which is especially important because the risk of heart disease rises with age. And let's not overlook digestion. Almonds give you about 3.5 grams of fiber per serving. That's a big help since nearly 40% of older adults struggle with constipation. There's even more. Almonds are good for the brain. Research from Tufts University shows they protect brain cells from oxidative stress, a key factor in age memory decline. Eating them regularly may help keep your mind sharper longer. For maximum benefit, eat almonds with the skin on. The skin holds flavonoids, and together with the vitamin E inside the nut, they provide a strong antioxidant boost. And if chewing whole almonds feels tough, don't worry. Sliced almonds or unsweetened almond butter are easier to eat and still offer the same benefits. Bottom line, almonds are much more than a simple snack. They support bones, heart health, digestion, and even memory. 3. Walnuts. If you're looking for a nut that gives your brain a real boost, walnuts are one of the best. And it's not just because they look like little brains. There's a good reason for the comparison. Walnuts are loaded with a plant-based omega-3 fat called ALA. This nutrient keeps brain cell membranes flexible and supports how your brain cells communicate. Since those connections naturally weaken with age, ALA can make a big difference. In fact, research in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who ate about 1.5 ounces of walnuts each day for 8 weeks showed better thinking speed and more flexible problem solving. Simply put, walnuts help your mind stay sharp as the years go on. But the benefits don't stop there. Walnuts are packed with polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that can actually cross into the brain and calm inflammation that may help slow the progress of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. Another special perk, walnuts contain melatonin, the same hormone your body makes to regulate sleep. Since melatonin levels naturally drop as we age, a handful of walnuts before bedtime might gently help you rest better. And let's not forget heart health. Walnuts supply arginine and amino acid that improves blood vessel function. Paired with their polyphenols that fight oxidative stress, they work to lower blood pressure and reduce the risk of heart disease. Some studies even suggest walnuts may help medications work better, something especially important for seniors taking prescriptions for blood pressure or cholesterol. To get the most out of them, keep walnuts in the fridge. Because of their high fat content, they can turn rancid if stored at room temperature. A serving of 7 to 9 halves daily is just right, and if you crack them open yourself, even better. It's a little exercise for your hands and coordination. As for the taste, some people notice a slight bitterness. Don't let that turn you off. That flavor comes from their antioxidants, and it's a sign they're doing your body good. 2. Pistachios. Pistachios might be one of the most overlooked nuts out there, but they're especially good for seniors' heart health. These little green gems are easy to snack on and full of benefits that become even more important with age. For starters, pistachios are naturally low in sodium and high in potassium. Just one serving has around 285 milligrams of potassium, which helps your kidneys flush out extra salt. That's key because as we grow older, our bodies tend to hold on to more sodium, which can push up blood pressure and strain the heart. Pistachios help bring that balance back naturally, and it doesn't stop there. Studies show that eating a handful of pistachios daily can drop systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points. That's the top number on your blood pressure reading, and lowering it even slightly can make a big difference for heart health. The effect is so strong, it's been compared to what some blood pressure medications achieve without the side effects. But pistachios aren't just heart-friendly. They're great for the eyes, too. They're rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that shield your vision from age macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in older adults. So, with every handful, you're also protecting your eyesight. Another thing seniors love about pistachios, they're gentle on the teeth. If hard nuts like almonds or macadamia are tough to chew, pistachios are much easier. And if you buy them in the shell, you get another bonus. The act of shelling slows you down. That keeps you from overeating and gives you a clear visual reminder of how much you've had. If arthritis or weak grip makes shelling tricky, don't worry. Pistachios also come pre-shelled. Just go for unsalted or lightly salted versions to avoid extra sodium. The sweet spot? About 49 pistachios or 1 ounce a day. That's a satisfying snack that helps your heart, protects your vision, aids digestion, and is easy on your teeth. With all those benefits in a small handful, pistachios are one of the smartest nut choices you can make after 60. 1. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are one of those foods that don't get nearly enough attention, but they truly should. For people over 60, these nuts offer powerful health benefits in just a small bite. So, what makes them special? One word: selenium. Selenium is a mineral that's essential for keeping your thyroid working well. And your thyroid, though small, controls things like energy, metabolism, and even mood. As we age, the thyroid often slows down, which can lead to fatigue, weight gain, or even mild depression. That's where Brazil nuts come in. Just one nut contains more than your entire daily selenium needs. Yes, you only need one. But selenium's role doesn't stop at the thyroid. It's also a strong antioxidant that lowers inflammation and protects nerve cells. For older adults, that means extra help for brain function and possibly less risk of memory decline as the years go by. Brazil nuts also support heart health. Their healthy fats lower LDL cholesterol, while their fiber keeps digestion running smoothly, a welcome bonus for anyone dealing with constipation. Still, moderation is very important. Brazil nuts are extremely high in selenium, and too much can cause issues like nausea, hair loss, or even nerve problems. That's why experts say just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day is enough. That's all it takes. 1 or 2 nuts to get your full selenium for the day. They're simple to snack on, easy to add to breakfast, and need no preparation. So if you're looking for a natural way to support your thyroid, brain, heart, and digestion, Brazil nuts are a small but mighty solution. Just remember, with these nuts, more is not better. 1 or 2 a day is all you need. 4. Peanuts. At first glance, peanuts seem like a harmless snack. They're cheap, popular, and found in everything from trail mix to peanut butter. But if you're over 65, there are a few reasons peanuts may not be the best choice for your health. To start, peanuts aren't really nuts, they're legumes. And that matters because peanuts are more likely to be contaminated with something called aflatoxins. These are toxins produced by mold that can grow on peanuts during storage. Over time, eating too much can harm your liver and even raise your risk of certain cancers. Here's why that's a bigger concern for older adults. As we age, our bodies get less efficient at detoxifying harmful substances. That means aflatoxins may build up more easily, making the risk more serious for seniors. But mold isn't the only issue. Peanuts are also loaded with omega-6 fats. While omega-6 isn't bad by itself, too much compared to omega-3 fats can trigger inflammation. For anyone already dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or other inflammatory conditions, peanuts can make things worse. And there's another concern. Most people don't eat plain peanuts. They eat processed peanut products. That means salted, roasted peanuts cooked in unhealthy oils, peanut butters full of sugar, or snack bars with additives and preservatives. These extras can raise blood pressure, spike blood sugar, and add unwanted weight. 3 problems you want to avoid as you get older. So, while the occasional peanut probably won't hurt, making them a daily habit isn't the best idea, especially when there are healthier nut options that bring benefits without the risks. If you're serious about protecting your liver, reducing inflammation, and avoiding unnecessary additives, it may be time to rethink peanuts as your go-to snack. 3. Cashews. Cashews are smooth, creamy, and delicious. That's why they show up in snack mixes, stir-fries, and even desserts. But for older adults, especially anyone managing blood sugar or kidney health, cashews come with some important cautions. Let's start with blood sugar. Even though cashews are often seen as a healthy nut, they're higher in carbohydrates than most others. That means they can raise blood sugar faster than you might expect. Cashews have a relatively high glycemic index, which makes them less ideal for the nearly 1 in 4 seniors living with diabetes or prediabetes. But that's only part of the problem. Cashews also contain compounds called oxalates. These naturally occurring substances can block calcium absorption, and in higher amounts contribute to kidney stones. Since seniors are already at greater risk of kidney issues, eating too many cashews could make matters worse. And it doesn't stop there. Most cashews you find on store shelves aren't just raw. They're roasted in oils and heavily salted. That adds extra fats and sodium, which can raise cholesterol and blood pressure, putting added strain on your heart. When you add it all up, the blood sugar spikes, the oxalates, and the added oils and salt, it's clear cashews aren't the best everyday choice for seniors. Sure, having a few occasionally won't do major harm, but eating them daily or relying on cashew-based products may not be the wisest option. The good news is there are plenty of other nuts that deliver flavor and nutrition without these drawbacks. So before you grab a handful of cashews, think about how they may be affecting your blood sugar, your kidneys, and your heart. 2. Macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are often seen as a luxury snack. They're buttery, rich, and delicious, and for many people, that's reason enough to enjoy them. But for seniors, macadamia may not be the best choice to eat on a regular basis. Here's why. Macadamia are extremely high in calories and saturated fats. Just a small handful can pack in more than 200 calories, most of which come from fat. While not all fat is harmful,